Hello, my name is Darren from Bangkok House Church, and today I'll be sharing how God has been changing and shaping my heart recently. At the end of last year, I moved away from Suva House Church with Shepherd Airy. The main reason why was because one of the biggest challenges that I faced in my faith was comfort. With no challenges or desire to change, my faith had become stagnant. I needed change, and staying in the same house church as my friend that brought me to church was too comfortable. I had to learn to live out my own faith. Having this new start, God planted a seed in my heart, which was to help the two VIPs that attended house church and church regularly to receive Jesus and be baptized. I was so excited and eager to start with smaller numbers, and there were more opportunities to grow closer and serve the VIPs more. But over time, that began to fade away. I had fallen again, in the same way I did before. My faith had become stagnant because I was living in my own comfort. There were times here and there where I would have a glimpse of hope, seeing heaven rejoice from the lost souls being saved, only to return back to my old ways of living. My heart desired to be used for God's kingdom, to be able to serve and see VIPs in a house church to be saved, yet I lived my life day by day in my own comfort. There was conflict in my heart, my two natures. One that I knew that our purpose is to save the lost souls, and the other knowing that I was already saved. There was something that I lacked in my heart. It was the urgency to save the lost souls. A few weeks ago, I was informed that the application for the house church seminar for lay leaders at Houston New Life Church had just opened up. With a spontaneous heart, I decided to apply. Having already received encouragement from my current and former shepherd, I decided receive encouragement from my current and former shepherd. To my surprise, my application was approved just a week later. It all happened so quickly, and I felt so blessed to have the opportunity to go, but with uncertainty about going, I started to question God. Is this the path God wanted me to take? Why do I have to go this year? What does God want me to gain from going? It's not like I'm going to be a shepherd anytime soon. There are other people that needed to go more urgently than me. I shouldn't take their spot. These thoughts loomed in my mind. Although I had my own doubts and concerns in going to lay leader seminar, I know that God wants only one thing from me: to obey, to not be still in my own faith, but to put it in action. For I know that if I choose to not go, it would be me picking my own comfort over what God calls me to do. James 2:17. In the same way, faith is by itself, if it's not accompanied by action, is dead. Living out my life of faith is hard. It's a battle that I face every day. It requires me to push myself outside my comfort zone and to challenge my nature so that I can grow closer to God. It showed me that if I am sitting in still waters, I know that God will not be glorified in my life. 2 weeks ago, Pastor Song shared a sermon on the parable of the mustard seed that resonated with me. Matthew 13:23. Though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it is the largest garden plant and becomes a tree, so that the birds come and perch in its branches. In this parable, Jesus talks about how such a small, insignificant seed can grow into one of the largest plants in the garden that can provide for all those around it. I fall and struggle to be someone that can please God, making me feel so small and insignificant like a mustard seed. However, my true desire is that one day I can continue to push myself outside my own comfort to seek God's will. I can become one of the largest trees in the garden, as Jesus mentioned in the parable. I believe that God wants me to be trained to be a co-worker in my house church through the lay leader seminar. He does not want me to go next year, and if I push it back next year, I would only continue this current cycle of living out my life of faith and comfort. Please pray that through the lay leader seminar, I can continue to be trained and grow in my faith. Thank you for listening to my story, and God bless you.